Yes. Okay. So when you see that, what do you see?
To open the parentheses.
Okay.
So
this is kind of a tricky one. You were right, and this is what I did once when I saw this question for the first time. But if you can see, do you remember that in משוואה ריבועית, we're trying to see something like that. Just a second. Let me try something. Okay. So let me think of another thing. If do you see here that you have x by the power of 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is also by the power of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if you want to open that, there is no כפל מקוצר to it. So if you want to open that, let's take a look only at this. If you want to open the parentheses here, you would need to just write it like that, times itself. Okay, because there is no shortcut with the formula. And when you do that, what is the first thing? The first thing you do?
The x squared times x squared.
What do you get? X squared times x squared.
X to that. Do you add them when it's so 4?
4. So to the x by the power of 4. And that means it's a quadratic equation. Okay? And now we can see again that we can actually do something else. And this is tricky. So it was really hard for me also to see it for the first time. But here you have these parentheses and these parentheses have the same thing inside, right? Can you see it? It's the same thing, x squared minus 5x plus 2. So if you decide that x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals t, you can actually have a different equation, which is really easy. You can have t by the power of 2 minus 10t plus 16 equals 0.
Why does it equal 0?
Because here you have 0. I just replaced the parentheses with the letter t.
Math is so ridiculous.
I know. This is
take away and add whenever you want, like whenever it's convenient for you.
I understand. This is a tricky one. There are not a lot of questions like that, but it's good that you will see it here and you will try to learn it, because you might have the same thing in Moedbet. Okay. And now this is an equation you know how to solve, right?
Well, it's like just משוואה ריבועית.
Yeah.
Got it. Yes, I would never have gone there.
You what?
I wouldn't have gone there.
Okay, but now when you have that, you know how to solve it, right? Yeah. So I won't waste the time, but let's say we found t1 equals 10 and t2 equals, I don't know, 15. I just made up numbers. I have no idea. It's probably not true. So this is t, but it's not x. And we know t is this one. So then we need to do x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 10 and solve that. And same thing, plus 2 equals 15 and solve that.
Got it. And then you have to get 2 answers.
Sorry?
So then you'll have 2 answers.
Then you have 2 answers here and 2 answers here. So actually you're gonna have 4 answers.
Got it.
When you have משוואה ריבועית, like something to the power of 2, you will have max of 2 answers. You might have 1 answer, you might have no answer, but the max is 2.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have by the power of 4, because here, as we said, when you open a parenthesis, you have x squared times x squared. It's x by the power of 4, then you will have max 4 answers.
Got it.
Yeah, now let's do some other questions. Let me look for them just a second. So first of all, whenever you see, let's say you see x to the power of 4 plus, let's do even 2x by the power of 4 plus 5x by the power of 2 minus 6 equals 0. Whenever you have 4 and 2, do you know what to do here?
So you switch the 2x to the fourth power by a t?
You switch the x squared to the t.
Not the 4.
No, because then you will have 2t by the power of 2 plus 5t minus 6. And you know how to solve that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then you solve that, but you solve for
Why
t.
did you switch the x4 to t2?
Because x by the power of 2 is t. And x4 is x by the power of 2 by the power of 2.
Got it.
So here you will solve for t, and then you will get 2 answers, and then you will do x squared equals the first answer, and x squared equals the second answer.
Got it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, same thing you do if you have, let's say, I saw it once, so you might have 2x by the power of 6 plus, let's say, 5x by the power of 3 plus 6 equals 0. What do you do here?
The 5x, but to the third power. You do by t.
The what again?
The second one you do equals t. Like the x to the third.
So you can do, because x by the power of 6 is actually x by the power of 3 times itself. So x by the power of 3, if you do a square to it, you get x by the power of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do x by the power of 3 equals t, what can you do more?
What?
Let's say you replace x by the power of 3 with t.
Then you get 2t the third
No.
times t to the third.
The idea is always to get to a quadratic equation, because this is what we know to solve.
Oh, because the 2 is on the outside, right over there. Okay, yeah, so 2.
So what do I write?
T squared.
T squared, yeah? And then?
And then 5 t. I don't know. This is actually like so ridiculous. It's ridiculous what we have to do.
I understand. I also don't like it because it's like a nasty trick.
No, it's just like, what's the point? Like, so I need to switch a number in for another. Like, it's just, there's no, whatever. It's just stupid that we have to spend so much hours on really whatever.
I can understand. I can understand what you mean. Let's do another one. Let me look for one. Okay, that's the one that I found here. So we did this. Okay, this is only things we already done. Okay, so I can't find anything that is actually new. Let me just check something. Yeah, so I don't find anything new. Everything is like we did before. So whenever you have x6 and x3, you can replace the x3 with a t. If you have x4 and x2, you can replace the x2 with a t. Okay, it's not hard. Just need to remember when you replace it, you solve for t, but then you have to find the x also, because the question is what is x, not what is t. Now, we need to go over חזקות, בשביל משוואות מעריכיות. Is it something that you want to do, or you want to do something else?
Yeah. Which one? Which number is this? Is number
4.
I'm
going with the order of the test.
Yeah.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So
like I think that like if I let's say know 6 or 7 of them really well, like then I pass.
Yeah. It's only a matter of practicing. Just practice as much as you can.
Today I have a lot of
as
time.
much as you can. It doesn't have a lot of time. So if you can put some stuff on the side, or maybe delegate some work to some other people for these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Do that. Okay, if you have this kind of equation, do you know how to start? Do you know what to do?
No idea.
Not at all.
I remember doing it. It's class.
Okay. So before we start, let's go over some חוקי חזקות. As she can write them down.
Yeah.
חוקי חזקות. Let me also open it just to make sure. Just to make sure I have them all. Just a second. Okay. No, can't find it. Let me just look in Google. Maybe find something. Okay, just to make sure we're not miss. And sometimes, yeah, it will look maybe hard or maybe ridiculous, but once you start practicing, it will look better and you will get it. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Let's say I'm going to use the number 3 just for an example here. Always the number 3, but it can be any number. So if you have 3, if you have 3 by the power of 4, no, come on, yeah. By the power of 4 times 3 by the power of, let's say 5, it equals 3 by the power of.
You add the 4 and the 5, right? So 9.
9, perfect. Great. Now, if you have 3 by the power of, let's say 5, no, let's say 2, and in parentheses, you have another power of 3. It equals to 3 by the power of
Is it the 2 times 3?
Yes. Which is?
6.
6. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first rule. This is the second rule. And the third one is, let's say you have 3 by the power of 12. 12. And then you have 3 by the power of 9. Equals to?
I don't know what you do here.
So, do you remember that let's say
You divide the 12 by the 9?
No, you don't divide, you subtract. So if you have a kefel, you add them, and if you have chiluk, you subtract them. Okay, so it's 12 minus 9, which is
3.
3. Okay. Now let's see the other one. No. Okay. If you have 1 times 2 times 3, and all of this is by the power of 5. Do you know?
Is it like 1 to the 5th power, 2 to the 5th power?
Yeah, so you know it.
I guess so. Like, yeah.
Okay. Now, it doesn't matter how many numbers are in the parentheses here, 1, 2, 3, a million, it's the same rule. So everybody gets the power. Now, a really, really, really important one is this one. Let's say you have 3 by the power of minus, let's say, 19, just to make it clear. Do you know what it equals to?
No.
It's 1 over 3 to the power of 19.
You just add a 1 to the top?
Yeah, and so the 1 is instead of the minus here. Okay, and this is really, really, really important. It happens a lot. So you need to mark it. I don't know how, but it's really
So then what I figure out first, I'd figure out the 3 to the 19 power, and then you divide it by 1.
Sorry, can you say it again?
How would I work out if I had a 1, if I had this problem?
Yeah.
I'd first figure out the bottom part. What 3 to the 19?
Yes.
The power of 19. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. The last one, I think it's the last one. So it is very similar to this one, but let's say you have 3 over 5 by the power of something, let's say 4. So it's like this one. It's actually 3 to the power of 4 divided by 5 by the power of 4. Each one gets the power.
Cool.
Okay? And yes, I think it's okay. All right. And just to make sure, how much is 3 by the power of 0?
0, 1.
1. Everything by the power of 0 is 1. So these are the rules, and it has to be written down. So whenever you have a question with his code, you can always go over and see them. All right. So now let's do something. Let's do some questions. Don't worry, it will be okay. So let's start. I think we've done it once, something similar. So I think you do have the basis. Let's see. Okay. No, it's not this one. Okay, let's start with something simple. Let's say you have 36x equals 6. How do you solve it?
Well, you'd figure out what x is. No?
Yes.
Well, okay. I don't know. You divide maybe the 36 by the 6?
No. So the idea, whenever you have x in the power, you have to find the same bases, or in Hebrew they say להשוות בסיסים. We need to find the same base. So it means we need to see 6 by the power of something equals 6 by the power of something. So let's say here you had let's say 6 by the power of A and 6 by the power of C. If you have the same base, which is 6, it means that A equals C. So what do I mean? We know that we see that this is 6, right? And we want to find if we can describe 36 as 6 by the power of something. Can we?
Yeah, but what you would add the same base, but I'm not following.
Okay. So we see on one side we see a 6.
Yeah.
At the other side we see 36. We want to find the same base. So can we describe 36 as 6 by the power of something?
Sure.
Yeah, which is?
6 to the power 6 times itself? No.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
So instead of 36, we can write 6 by the power of 2. And we have by the power of x here because this is the same x.
Got it. Like the point is to get the bases to be the same.
Yes. So now we have 6 by the power of 2 by the power of x. What does it mean?
So then you're gonna times them.
Yeah, so it will be 6 by the power of
2 times 2x.
Yeah, and it equals 6. Now the bases are equal, right? So we can write that 2x equals, what's the power here? 1. So 2x equals 1. If the bases are the same, you can compare the powers.
And then you just put 2 to divide 1 by 2.
Yes, and then x is 1 over 2. That's it.
Got it.
Yeah? Okay. Let's do another one. Okay. This is actually interesting. So let's say you have 5x equals 1 over 5x minus 2. Now, please take a look at the formula that I told you is really important.
The third formula?
The one with the 3 by the power of minus something. 19 maybe?
Minus 19, yeah.
Yeah.
But why the 5x is not minus?
That's true.
Okay, you're saying because there's the 1, so that must have been.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So add a 1 to the bottom.
No. So
That means the other side was a minus. You put it on top. You put 1 on top when the other side's a minus, right?
yeah.
When it's a 3 minus 19, we did it 1 then 3 over 19.
Yes, exactly. So let's see this part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the formula can also go to the other side. If you have 1 over 3 by the power of 19, it can be 3 by the power of minus 19. Yeah, we can go from this direction to this direction.
Oh, so you can do 5 and then minus x minus 2.
Yes. So we can do 5x equals 5 minus x minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now the bases are equal, right?
Right.
So you can just write x equals minus x minus 2.
Got it.
Okay.
And you work out the problem.
And you know how to solve it through it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do another thing. Now I'm going to make it up. So hopefully it's good. Let's say I have 3x plus 2 plus 3x equals 9.
Mm-hmm. So those bases are the same.
The base are
well, not 9.
Yeah.
9, you'd switch it to 3 to the second power.
Yeah, sure.
And then now all the bases are the same.
And then, yeah, so you can do, no, sorry, they're the same, but here you have a plus. So they have to be the same, but you have to have 1 base on each side.
So what you'd add
So
3.
that was the first step, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now what can you do here? It's, I think,
the x plus 2 and the x, can you add them?
No. But if you can see the first formula, I think, or the second one.
No, we didn't do it if it was plus or minus each other, like a number to a number. We did times.
What's the first one?
3 to the 4th power times 3 to the 5th power.
Yeah, this is just backwards.
But it's adding, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's x over 2 divided by x? X plus 2 divided by x?
No. We know, for example, that if you have 3 by the power of 4 times 3 by the power of 5, it equals to 3.
Then you add them.
Yeah, so 4 plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now
9.
See that and work it backwards.
Oh, 3 to the power of x times 3 to the power of 2.
Yeah. Plus 3 by the power of x equals 3 by the power of 2. Now we can see that we have here 3x and here 3x. So this is actually a גורם משותף. It's a lot to take in one lesson, but you will see it, you will watch the video again and it will be a little bit clearer. So here you can do 3x, put it outside of the parentheses, and then you do 3 to the power of 2 plus 1.
Why plus 1? Because it's the adding that one that's the same. Okay.
Yeah. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now we can see that actually, so you have 3x times 10, because 3 by the power of 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10.
Mm-hmm.
And equals 9, I can open it again. And then I want to, so in a normal equation, we want to leave x alone on the left side. Here we always want to leave the part with the x alone. So how can we leave it alone?
So you add the 10 to the other side.
Don't add, but?
Whatever, you minus the 10.
Not minus, but?
Why? 10, 9, you put the 10. Oh, divided.
Yeah, so 9 divided by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since I made it up, it's really hard to actually find the same base here.
Mm-hmm.
But you get to this stage, and then you do that with a base of 3. Now, it can be, but it's not possible here. But because but usually that's what you should do. And then you can, let's say this one is 3 by the power of 5, and then you will do x times 5. X equals 5. Mm-hmm. Now let's do the one from the test.
Okay.
See how it goes. Okay, the one from the test is this one. And now it's a combination of a few rules together. So 3x plus 1 minus 3 minus x equals 24. All right. Now, even if you have no idea what to do, one important thing in those equations, when I see them, when I solve them, I never know exactly what I need to do. I never see the end because it's kind of complex. So I just start doing something. This is how you do it. You just start with something you do. You pick one rule and you see where will it take you. Mm-hmm. So do that.
You get the same base for all of them?
You have 3 here and 3 here. But so the issue with this is only at the end. Okay, first of all, just try to do something. Move it around, open something, use one.
Okay, so 3, the second one, the first one is at 3x times 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 minus 3. When do they minus each other? By the, it's like the
Same thing. Same thing.
Oh, the same thing with when you add it?
Work with the same rule, yeah.
Okay, so 3 to the third.
Mm-hmm.
And then also times 3 to the x.
But it's minus x, so minus x.
Okay.
And it equals 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what? Let's save it. Let's do first something else. Because there is another trick there. I want you to see something else before. Let's see here.
Oh, lessons till 9:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, let me just look for another one. Okay. Just a second. Okay, let's just do that. Now, this is the test. Okay, this is why I jumped to this level.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a higher level, it's just another trick. So here, it's hard to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep working. So the other rule we can use is on this one.
Is the 1 on top of the...
Yeah. So what can you do here?
So 1/3x, like the x power.
Minus 3 to the power of 3 times 1, 3x, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now what we can do?
I don't know.
Okay, let's say this is something I found useful. Let's say you'd have a different equation. Let's say you'd have x times 3 minus 3 the power of third, and then 1/x equals 24. What would you do here?
What? You switched it around.
Let's take a look only at this one. What would you do if you had this?
You'd first times x by 3.
Okay, so 3x, yeah.
3x. And then 3 to the third, so it's 9, minus 9.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And then times 1
Mm-hmm.
equals 24. Well, do you times the 9 by the 1/x?
You could, and then you would have 9/x equals 24. Yeah. Now what do you do?
Put the 9 to the other side.
The what?
The 9 to the other side.
Okay, before that.
Well, you can't really.
Because we have x here, down there.
Right.
We don't like it. So what we can do?
Get it to the top.
How do you do it?
Eliminate it.
No.
No idea.
We can multiply by x. Everything. And then we have 3x squared minus 9 equals 24x.
Mm-hmm.
Does this make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do the same thing here.
3 times x.
So let's same thing. So here, let's just delete that. Okay. So here we have the 3 by the power of x down there. So let's just multiply
the whole thing by x?
By 3. 3x. So what do you do?
So it's 3x, 2x, 3/2x.
No,
X
just let's just multiply without. Let's just do it step by step. So that's 3x times 3x times 3. Right? Because
minus,
minus.
3 to the third power.
Yeah.
Times 3x. Times 3 to the 6.
Because there was.
Times 1.
Yeah, times 1, exactly. Equals 3x times 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do we know about 3 by the power of x times itself?
3 times the power of x by itself.
Yeah, it's the first rule.
Figure out what x is. The first rule is you add them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 Against 2x.
2x times 3 minus 3 by the power of 3 equals same thing. Okay? And now you're going to see something that you're going to hate. But let me first change the order a little bit. So if we do 3 times 3 by the power of 2x minus 3x times 24, I just moved it here, minus 3 by the power of 3 equals 0. Did you understand how they get here?
You did, hold on a second.
Sorry?
You added the 24, you added everything to the other side.
Yes, exactly. And now, let me ask you one thing. If I have 3x, and if this is by the power of 2, it equals to what?
What is it equal?
Yeah. Think of the second rule.
It's you times them.
Yeah. So it's
2x, so it's 3.
Yeah.
2x.
Now, take a look at that. Take a look at that. Remember the thing that you really hated from the beginning of this lesson, and tell me how can I?
Everything about that.
There was one specific thing you really hated.
The t.
Yes.
You somehow magically add t in there.
Mm-hmm.
By the 2x.
So
No, by the 3, by the 3 and the third.
yeah. So 3x is actually t. And if 3x is t, so 3 by the power of 2x is t by the power of 2.
Got it. So stupid.
It is.
It's actually like it's just dumb.
I understand. Definitely understand. So now you do 3t squared minus 24t minus 9 equals 0.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue that because I want you to see the full solution.
Well, is it like the x squared, like the ריבועיות?
Yeah.
Okay, so a equals.
Now, before you do that, do you know that if you have משוואות like that, you can actually make it a little bit easier if you divide everything by 3.
Why?
Have you seen it before?
No.
Okay. If you can divide everything by 3 and then you have t by the power of 2, because you divided 3 by 3 is 1.
Mm-hmm.
24 by the power of 3 is?
12.
No, so 24 divided by 3
24.
is 8.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So it's a little bit easier now.
A is 1, B is minus 8.
What?
A is 1.
I don't understand, sorry.
Like, to start it out.
A is 1.
A.
I thought you were asking a question.
Oh.
A is 1, yeah?
B is minus 8. And C is minus 3.
Mm-hmm. So we do T1, 2 equals?
Minus B. 1 minus 8.
Minus 8.
Plus minus. Minus 8. So second power.
Mm-hmm.
Minus
4 times
minus 4.
1 times minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that is 2.
Over 2 times 1, which is 2.
Yeah. So we have 8 plus minus 64 minus 12 plus 12.
Over 2.
It's really weird.
Why?
Because then it will be 76, and 76 doesn't have a root. Let me just check if we didn't have any problem.
She would give us a problem that doesn't make sense. Like that would be her.
Yeah, okay. Let me just double check. We did that. 24. So 3 minus. So okay, that's weird, but we will try. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there is something I did wrong here, but I think it's okay. Oh, sorry. No. 8 to the power of 2 is 64.
Yeah, the minus 4.
Plus 12 is 76. Okay.
Divided by 2.
This doesn't have a root, which is weird. Okay, so can you find the root here of 72? 76, sorry.
You want me to put it in my calculator?
Yeah, I don't know.
8.4.
8.4.
8.485.
So let's do 8.5. I just round up. So even if you get to that, and I think it's not the right. I think I did some mistake here, but we continue. If you have this exact thing in the test, just continue, because you probably missed some minus, but you will get most of the points.
Okay.
So it's either 16.5 divided by 2, or minus half divided by 2, and this is 8/4, and this is just minus quarter. Okay. But this is the t. This is not the x.
Put that in, but oh my
The
god,
t
this is the
3
worst.
x, right? So now we need to go to each and every one and do 3 by the power of x equals 8, and 25, sorry, and 3 by the power of x equals minus 1/4. Now, I'm sure there is some mistake here, so I will look for it. But here, what you need to do is to try to describe this one as 3 by the power of something.
So like if it was a 9, then it would be 3 to the power of 2.
Exactly.
Got it.
So
like,
let's do that. Let's say if this is a 9, that would be 3x times 3 by the power of 2, and then?
So the x is 2?
Yeah. And now let's say here it was minus 1/3. So you had 3x equals minus 1/3. What would you do? Look at the rule that I told you is really important.
But, oh, so it's, no, but the rule that goes into the, I don't know. Like, how would I know what x is over there? How would I figure out what x is?
Let's do here 1/3.
Okay, so what the third is?
Take a look at the really important rule that I told you.
I'm looking.
With the minus 19.
Right, but.
Just work it back.
Oh, so it's -1.
So.
No.
Tell me what to write.
3 to minus something.
So imagine here that you have 3 by the power of 1.
So it's minus 1.
So what do I need to write?
3 to minus 1. 3 to the power of minus 1.
Yeah, exactly. And then x is minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I think the answer is similar to that. It just there is a mistake here.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But this is the idea. Now, it's a lot of things, it's a lot of new rules. Just a matter of keep practicing and just
if you think that there are things on the test that are like easier questions to remember, then I can just focus on those, you know?
I think you have really good base for that, and if you keep practicing on משוואות מעריכיות, you will get there. I really think so. And I think maybe you shouldn't learn משוואות לוגריתמיות. So in the חלק ב', you have חלק ב', it says answer two of the following 3 questions, 4, 5, and 6. I think you can do 4 and 6. So the משוואות מעריכיות, which is this one, and the אי שוויוניים.
And the first part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because אי שוויוניים, I think we did study a little bit, right?
Yeah, well, we can.